Welcome to Tupperware Cooking with Chef Mike. I am feeling like something spicy and sweet, and the perfect solution for that is going to be a caramel pumpkin spice cake. Pumpkin season for me is any time of the year, as long as I can find pumpkin in the store. And I'm going to use a product that I'm particularly fond of because this product is what got me started selling Tupperware. This is our fabulous stack cooker. And this is one of the most amazing things because I can make this cake in 9 minutes. You can also roast an entire chicken. You can do a fully stacked meal where you're cooking everything at the same time. So today, however, I only need the 3-quart base and the cone because we're going to end up having kind of a bundt cake. So let's get started. Now, the Tupperware is normally non-stick. It's a naturally non-stick plastic, but I'm using some caramel sauce in this batter and that makes it sort of extra sticky. So just for insurance policy purposes, I'm going to lightly, very lightly spray the cone and the base. Now it's time to make the cake. So I've got a bag of spice cake mix, whatever your favorite brand is, which I'm going to add to my that's a bowl. I've got 2 eggs. And I've got a spice mix. I know that the spice cake already has spices in it, but I'm about to add pureed pumpkin, which has no flavorings of any kind. And so I want to kind of up the spiciness. So I've got some cinnamon, ground ginger, allspice, and my favorite cloves. So I'm going to add that to my mix. And then I'm going to take my can of pumpkin. Now this is pumpkin puree. This is not pumpkin pie filling. They're both different. This has no sugar, no eggs. I just want pumpkin. So I'm going to add the entire can to my batter. Now for the fun part. I'm going to add half a jar of my favorite caramel ice cream topping. This is a little bit of a decadent cake, and I'm going to save the other half for a surprise ending. So you'll just have to wait and see that. Okay, that's in there. Now I'm going to switch to a larger spatula to get this all mixed up. And just like a regular cake, I'm just going to mix this to get rid of all the dry powder. You really don't want to overmix it because it will make the cake become tough. So I'm just going to keep mixing this. It looks like it's going to be really dry, but it's not. Once that pumpkin gets mixed in with everything else and the eggs, as you see, it almost happened as I was telling you. And I'm just going to mix until I don't see any dry powder in the bottom of the bowl. So I would say that that's about ready. Okay. Now I'm going to take the stack cooker that I've already lightly sprayed. Now the cone does not lock into the bottom, so you need to spoon the batter in carefully. It helps if you have a friend there to hold it down with one hand, but you can do it by yourself. But what you want to try to avoid is getting the batter on the cone or on the sides of the stack cooker. Microwaves are very, very attracted to fat and sugar. Gee, kind of like me. And unfortunately, if you have any of those pieces on the side, they will tend to burn. And we don't want that. But you know what? Even if you make a spill, you can just wipe it off with a paper towel before you put it in the microwave. And I want to get every last bit. Now you see that it's not exactly level, and that's okay because I'm going to show you a trick to correct that. It's a very thick batter, and it's supposed to be, but it's going to be a really light cake that is packed with flavor. All right, get every last little bit. Now here's the trick. Take your thumbs and put them on top of the cone and hold the sides, and we're going to whack once, twice, 3 times, and now the batter is level. Got a little bit of a spill, so I'm just going to take a paper towel and clean that up. Now, if you look at the cover, because we're going to bake this uncovered, but if you look at the cover of the stack cooker, it has these little ridges, and the bottom of the stack cooker also has ridges. Now again, they don't lock together, but when you place the base on top of the cover, they kind of lock in place. That does two things. Number one, it will keep it stable in the microwave, but anytime you've got a curved surface, the microwaves can deflect from those curved surfaces up into the batter. So we've got curved surfaces here, curved surfaces here. That way the cake is going to be cooked all the way through. It's going to rise beautifully, and you will be very impressed with a microwave cake. What's more impressive? 9 minutes. That's it. So I'm going to put it in the microwave. Okay, look at this beautiful caramel pumpkin spice cake. It rose perfectly evenly because I whacked it first to level the batter. It's had a chance to cool, and the way you can tell that it's done is that it begins to pull away from the edges. And so now I'm going to unmold it. I'm just taking the base of our cake taker, putting it on top, reversing everything, and look at this. Wow! Then, I need to do a better job of centering it. To remove the cone, you just give it a twist, and there you go. We've got a bundt, but we're not done. Because as we say in Tupperware, more is more. So I need some more. Now it's time to decorate. Remember I used only half of this jar of caramel? Guess what I'm going to do with the other half? We are going to drizzle this over the top of the cake. Now this brand of caramel is very thick, so if the cake is still a little bit warm, that's actually okay because it will help it drizzle evenly down the sides. We're not trying to ice this the way you'd frost a regular cake. I just want to get the top completely covered and then let gravity take care of the rest. All right. And now I can take my spatula and just kind of encourage it gently. Okay. But wait, there's still more, because I love toasted pecans, and that is how I finish this cake. I just sprinkle some toasted pecans over the top, and they will adhere to that sticky caramel. And I don't know about you, but that's a pretty beautiful cake for only 9 minutes of work. Now it's time to serve it. So I'm just going to cut a slice. Look how nicely that slice is and how moist. Perfectly cooked. And because it's me, I do tend to like things over the top, so I also need a bit of whipped cream because I can, and perhaps a little more caramel because I can, and I'll even drizzle it to make it look fancy. And last but not least, a few more pecans, and my friends, we are done. Thanks for watching, and remember, you don't have to be a chef to cook like one with Tupperware.